Wednesday, July 15, 2020, making French fries. I'm listening to the Joe Rogan podcast because, of course, I am. And it was with Bob Saget, who, by the way, is real dope. Like, he's a cool dude. He's like I didn't know, I'm sure I'm going to get, I was going to say I'm going to get shit for this, but nobody's listening. I'm sure in the future I'll get shit for this. But I didn't know, I knew he was like dirty or whatever, but I didn't know he was, I don't know, I never paid attention to Bob Saget. He's actually a pretty dope guy from what I've heard so far. I'm sure that's something he's never been called. Swell, vulgar, creepy, pervy. I'm sure no one's ever called Bob Saget dope. I want to see Bob Saget make a rap album. Anyway. But they were talking about Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle, and you know I'm going to make a recording about that. Let's be honest, guys. What do I talk about? Bill Burr. I talk about Dave Chappelle. I say a lot, and I complain about the American flag. That's what this podcast has become. The rantings of a crazy person. But speaking of which, coming full circle, they were talking about the Bill Burr Philly rant. They're talking about the rant. They're talking about how what makes Bill Burr so unique, what makes him cool, is he's just the greatest at ranting. Finding an idea or subject. This was Bob Saget talking. Finding an idea or a subject and picking it apart and coming kind of full circle with it. And they were bringing up Chappelle and how he's able to do that as well. And that's exactly the thing. That's one of the keys. I know it. That is the fucking talisman. Has nobody seen Jackie Chan Adventures? That is the key right there. That is the fucking holy grail, potentially. That feels like a really big and important piece of this puzzle. I'm currently listening back to old episodes to get, because I've been planning to do the big 200 review of everything. And I've been going back listening to old episodes. And so far what I've gotten is that whole head movies thing, that visual, there's two things that have propelled me forward. Is first person and third person, understanding the difference between those two thought processes. Then the second thing was realizing that in third person, if I can control that, creative spark, kind of fan that spark a little bit and just really get, like a firebender, like Prince Zuko. If I could control the fiery jokes, this is so dumb. Regardless, so if I can control the movie in my head and control when I go into it, then I'm in good shape there. And then listening to the podcast, I guess what's clicking, because that's the word that I always use. I need to find different words for stuff and get a thesaurus. What's clicking here is the length. So if I'm in first person and I can kind of get my hooks into whatever my idea is, just being present, being natural. So I get my hooks in on the idea, then I switch into third person and I can see the movie screen, sitting there with my popcorn, and I'm just pointing and picking out all the little funny things. What I've been doing are Vine videos of it. The screen goes on and off immediately, and it's hard. I get a joke or two out of it. I was showing somebody, I was letting somebody listen to the KJ episode, and they brought up how, KJ will go on with a bit and I'll stop it, and they'll be like, no, man, keep going. And I've heard that before, listening back on the older episodes. I've heard myself do that before. just not letting myself enjoy the moment and play with it and have fun with it. I think that's going to come with time and hold up. There we go. I think that's going to come with time and practice. I think I've gotten better at it, but there's a huge level of improvement that's needed there. So I think that might be the third piece of this little puzzle. I'm sure there'll be more pieces. I'll figure out other stuff. But right now, guys, rule of three. Okay, can we be professional? Can we straighten the fuck up? Don't unloosen your ties. Tighten up your, what is those? The suspenders. I'm picturing like a 40s, like a Mad Men type of thing. Or is that 60s? I don't know. I don't know my history there. And I should. No, that's going to be the plan. I got to work on my ranting, because that's essentially what I'm doing on the street. That's like KJ is, I'm comparing KJ again. I don't know why. Clearly, I have some insecurities there because that was unnecessary. I'd like to think that people were listening and thinking, oh, I enjoy when KJ's being brought up. It seems to be interesting parts of the episode. And I took it negative. All right, guys. Hey, I apologize. My bad. No. I gotta find some way to work on the rant. Like what KJ's style is, it's punchy. It's quick. It's quippy. And I just go on people really sit down. They seem to want to listen to me talk, and so all I do is rant. I just rant about stuff. I'm fucking ranting right now, just ranting. I need to find some way to use that, to get into that little image, that little movie screen, and for longer periods of time. It has to be more consistent. Right now, I'm completely inconsistent. I'll get something that's funny maybe 5% of the fucking time. So way too inconsistent. It's got to be consistent, and it's got to be longer. So, and eventually after that, I'm gonna have to work on being able to be in like first and third at the same time and do whatever I'm gonna do there. But that's far off. Right now, I need to make this click better. So I think, all right, we'll recap here. So 3 pieces of the puzzle are first person and third person. View third person as a movie, or at least view it visually. And now I need to make it more consistent, and I need to make it longer. I got to do those 3 things. All right. If you know somebody that would like this, just share it with them, please.